You're a bot if you haven't realized we're in our second pandemic. What? Our second one? Where's the mask? Where's the vaccine? Where's the toilet paper? Relax. This isn't like last time. This is way worse. Now, before we talk about the YNs, we have to know what they look like. So I'm gonna start off with the haircuts. So they either have dreads or freeforms, and on some rare cases, they'll keep a shiesty on so long, you don't know what cut they got. The shiesty is really its own cut for real. And last but not least, you need an odd obsession with switches.
So like we like the real, I like the king of the switches. You know, like far as the city right now. Like Lil Pat and them had the way with that shit. A lot of other rappers who was tweaking with that, but like, you know, all we play with is them, you know, like, it don't be nothing else, like,
I miss what Gen 5 with a switch meant Pokemon. And now if I say Gen 5 with a switch, Aquarius is foaming out the mouth, ready to catch a body. Now, honestly, I can say the same thing everyone else has been saying about the YNs. Oh, no, don't do that, no. But I'd be a hypocrite, because at one point, Gen Z was the YNs. We was a generation that was causing a muck. We were the generation that constantly needed to be stopped. At one point, we were quote unquote the worst generation. But if we're being honest, Gen Z's time is almost up. And when I say time is up for Gen Z, I mean being at the forefront of what's new and hip for the kids. We're getting old. And honestly, that's cool. We had a legendary run. And for the most part, most of us turned out okay. But enough about us. Back to the YNs, which is still kind of us technically, but if we talk about the YNs, we have to talk about Atlanta. Because for some reason, the spawn rate of YNs in Atlanta is 50x. From Lil T to Lil RT, all the young coming up, they're all coming from the demon zone. And since we're talking about where they came from, we might as well talk about who they got it from.
One of Satan's greatest soldiers was King Von.
Now, King Von is 1000% a blueprint for these YNs. Like, it's actually scary how good people are at looking like King Von.
Elephant.
Hey, JD, whoa, can't say that. That's one of them stay. Even the Daikianas know that the King Von aesthetic is meta when it comes for these YNs. But beyond his looks or rapping ability, King Von's ultimate influence to the YNs was to slide. Kids nowadays, they don't want to be kids no more. They want to be killers.
The generation under us, I don't feel like they was like that for real. I feel like they just thought that shit was cool to do. And it just fucked them up. Like, you feel me? Like, a lot of these kids, they still had the potential to play sports and do all. They like, nah, I want to be like Keith. I want to be like her. Social media aspect of it, like, they have pressure to do it. So now it's like, if you ain't got no gun or you a lame or you a bitch, you feel me? Like, it wasn't like that with us, gang. Like, it was real street in my hood that didn't even carry a gun because they was just players, like. But they real street niggas, they know how to fight. It's niggas who trap, who just sold their family and didn't play with guns. But that didn't mean they was no play with, you feel me? Because resort to that, but
G Herbo hit the nail right on the head. It's so many outside influences making these kids become things they're not meant to be. The biggest influence to the YNs is the music. And I already spoke on King Von and his influence, but there's a rapper out there who takes the cake for the most influential YN.
Pimpin' a bitch and we jacking them niggas because we coming from outside.
NBA YoungBoy, one of the greatest rap runs I've ever seen. Like, when I tell you from like 2017 to 2019, maybe a little bit in 2020, he really couldn't miss. And this isn't coming from no Scuba Rhyme, meme page, YB better mugshot. I would say my point of view is more objective. That YoungBoy run was so legendary because it was so much music coming out, but at such a high quality. And that's just all it was for 2-3 years. The run was so crazy too, it couldn't be denied. Like, YoungBoy was literally your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
I like NBA YoungBoy a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys we mentioned.
He just turned 20.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And his music, like, I know he don't get the credit he deserves for his music.
Not at all.
Because of the stigma that's around him. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like his music almost. After my music, I probably like his music the most.
Since y'all want to post anything, you'll post it. YoungBoy my favorite rapper.
NBA YoungBoy do a mixtape.
Wow.
For sure. I'm going to stay on top of that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's somebody you're a huge fan of right now?
YoungBoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
He got that soul, that passion in his voice, huh?
I fuck with him. Like 100%, like hard.
For sure,
like,
yeah.
He my top 5 for sure.
Unfortunately, what goes up must come down. Cause YoungBoy's music went from sounding like this. I put in work to be with you, he ain't deserve it like me. I was okay in the cool, they put the word on me. To sounding like this.
Hold on, I got my green ass on, trying to get active, what's happening?
I swear only YoungBoy can get away with some shit like this. I'm telling you, the run was that crazy. Now, for anyone who doesn't remember, there used to be a stigma around YoungBoy fans. And it was that none of his fans could afford his music because they were all 12. But the same kids who couldn't afford Apple Music or Spotify, they aren't kids no more. So that means there are young adults in this world that during their developmental years, the biggest influence to who they are as a person is NBA YoungBoy. Now, despite what you think, NBA YoungBoy is actually pretty aware of the influence he has over the YNs.
And look at the I spoke about, look at the I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music. How many kids and people have gotten in a car or put this ears and actually hurt someone.
Wow, Utah seems really cold. Yeah, nah, YoungBoy got it right on the money. Me personally, I feel like YoungBoy's music is at the forefront for the most influential music for the YNs, which I'm not 100% sure why, because he's rapping about violence like any other rapper. But if I really had to guess, I think it's the transparency and vulnerability that YoungBoy shares with his audience. Like if you sit down and you really listen to a couple YoungBoy songs, you'll hear like little nuggets of vulnerability, real genuine moments of honesty. And I mean like real human honesty, not the surface level rapper like, I got $1 million, I can buy you and your whole family. I mean, he does that too, but that's not what keeps the people coming back. That's not what made the cult rabid fan base that YoungBoy has. It's the vulnerability and transparency he has with his audience. Like it feels real, it feels raw, it feels authentic. Like he's saying like little ugly truths about himself. Like for God's sake, he came on a song and he said he got what he got. You know, I ain't gonna say it too much because I don't know how YouTube is with that, you know what I'm saying?
Cause my ex-chick Dominant Body had like 2,000 or whatever, but.
Alright, I think that's enough YoungBoy glaze for one day. But who I want to talk about next is a perfect example of YoungBoy's music and the real life effects it has on people.
I'm Bloodhound, that's the game, bitch, you know that.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think drill music was even a thing anymore. But surprisingly, in 2024, the drill scene is as hot as ever. And one of the biggest names coming out was Lil Jeff. But unfortunately, Jeff passed away before he could really see his rap career flourish. But according to the Little British Man, Bloodhound Lil Jeff was basically the second coming to King Von. Because before he passed away, Bloodhound Lil Jeff was rumored to have 11 bodies. Which is just like, how? But not only was he rumored to have 11 bodies, he was a self-proclaimed watch connoisseur. Like he had a lot of watches. I guess the rap money just that good, right? And apparently he was even signed to be a sharpshooter from Milwaukee. All of this just at the age of 21. That has to be like a YN speed run world record, right? But even after all of that, the most dangerous thing about Bloodhound Lil Jeff was how big of a YoungBoy fan he was.
That music inspired a lot of kids though.
Yeah, for sure that. Okay, so tell us what the Bloodhound Lil Jeff top 5 drill rappers of all time list look like.
Bloodhound, YB, Bloodhound.
Hold your wrist up. Hey, hoping when you hear my voice that I turn you on crazy. Smoking Jones, that my Sally.
Now, before all the Lil Jeffologists come at me like, Lil Jeff was still like that, even without the music. Yeah, there's probably still a good chance Lil Jeff turns out the same. But I feel like the music just kind of solidified it.
I feel if I get mad enough, it'll start happening. Y'all know this by now. I went black for like a week, and poof. Gotta go after that one. Poof. I came back. Poof. I don't live them niggas though. If it get to that point and a nigga make me mad enough, mamas will start getting all type of shit. My shit ain't known right. My shit really f***ed up and purse on my head. Face ass, neck ass, back ass. Oh, I got Sinead's on, ain't it?
You know, the longer I take to make this video, the more I realized Lil Jeff was the #1 YN of the 2020s. He had the look, the charisma, and the reputation. Everything that you need to be a successful YN. And Lil Jeff was almost like this King Von, YoungBoy, murder baby hybrid. And unfortunately, we usually know how the story ends for this archetype. So to all my YNs out there, don't do it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who made it this far in the video. I did take a bit of a hiatus, but we're back. So let's get it. Let's go. Thank you again.